the no. One cause of injury for seniors is falling down. It's responsible for about 1/3 of all emergency room visits by seniors. This is a serious issue, but fortunately, there are things we can do to reduce the risk of falls. In today's video, we're going to talk about 6 walking mistakes that make seniors fall and how to fix them. So if you or someone you love is at risk of falling, keep watching because I promise this video will help you walk safer. Welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, hi. I'm a physical therapist, and on this channel, we love to help you move more and move better so you can feel your best. So if that sounds like something you're into, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future videos. So let's jump right into talking about falls and seniors. The CDC states that 1/3 of all adults over 65 years old will fall each year. For those of us who work in senior care, that number doesn't surprise us. But the good news is that many of these falls are preventable. And so that is what we're going to talk about today. Some of the common causes of falls and how to fix them. The first mistake that can lead to falls is walking too fast. Now you might be thinking, isn't it good to walk fast? I mean, that's the whole point of exercise, right? To go faster, lift heavier, move more? Well, for some people, yes, that is a good goal. But when it comes to walking speed, walking too fast, especially later in life, can actually increase your risk of falling. Here's why. Our balance system relies on input from our inner ear, our eyes, and our proprioceptive system. Our proprioceptive system is essentially our body awareness system. As we move, our body changes position, and those receptors in our muscles and joints send signals to our brain about where we are in space. But as we get older, our proprioceptive system gets weaker. So as time goes on, it takes longer for our brain to receive and process that information. So if we are moving faster than our brain can process the information, we are more likely to lose our balance and fall. So how do we fix it? Well, first you have to look at your goals. Are you trying to build up your cardiovascular endurance? Maybe you need to work on your functional leg strength? Or maybe your goal is just to get outside and enjoy some fresh air. Depending on your goals, you may not need to work on your walking speed at all. But if you do want to work on walking faster, it should be done gradually. Start by picking a comfortable walking pace, and then slowly increase your speed over time. You can also try using a metronome or listening to music that has a strong beat to help you pace yourself. Mistake no. 2 is walking with your head bent over. Many of us tend to look at our feet or the ground directly in front of us while we re-walking. While this might feel natural, it can actually cause you to trip over small obstacles like a crack in the sidewalk or a loose floorboard. Instead, when you walk, look straight ahead in the direction you are walking. That way you can see potential obstacles before you get too close to them. You can also try looking up slightly so that you can see the big picture. This will help you to stay oriented and make sure you don't veer off course. The third mistake that can lead to falls is wearing shoes that are too slippery. When your shoes are too slippery, they can easily lose their traction on the ground, which can throw you off balance and lead to a fall. And it's not just your socks on hardwood floors that can be dangerous. In fact, most falls happen on surfaces that people think are safe, like carpet. When choosing shoes, look for ones that have non-slip soles. These types of soles are usually made from rubber or another grippy material that can provide traction on a variety of surfaces. You can also buy non-slip grips to add to the bottom of your shoes. These are inexpensive and come in a variety of styles. You can find them online or at many shoe stores. Another thing to consider is the height of your shoes. When you wear high heels or other elevated shoes, you change the way that you walk and shift your center of gravity. This can make you more likely to stumble or lose your balance. The same is true for shoes with a thick heel or a wedge. When possible, try to stick to flat shoes with a low heel. Not only will this reduce your risk of falling, but it will also help you to walk more naturally and comfortably. The next mistake we'll talk about is having poor posture. When you have poor posture, you put extra stress on your joints, which can increase your risk of falling. It can also make it harder to recover your balance if you do start to fall. So what does good posture look like? Well, it's different for everyone. But generally, you want to aim for a neutral spine with your shoulders back and your chin up. One way to improve your posture is to stand up straight and tall and imagine a string pulling you up from the top of your head. Another helpful tip is to set reminders on your phone or computer to check your posture throughout the day. Over time, you'll start to feel more aware of your posture, and it will become second nature. No. 5 is walking with a wide base of support. Many people think that a wider base of support means more stability, but that's not always the case. A wider base of support can be helpful when you're recarrying heavy objects or performing other activities that require extra stability. However, when you walk, a narrow base of support can actually be more stable. Here's why. When you have a narrow base of support, you are forced to take smaller steps, which helps to engage your balance system and strengthen your leg muscles. On the other hand, when you have a wide base of support, you are able to take longer strides, which can lead to a more unbalanced gait. So if you want to improve your balance while walking, try taking shorter strides with a narrower base of support. And finally, the last mistake we'll talk about is not doing any strength training. When you don't do strength training, your muscles get weaker, which can increase your risk of falling. That's because when you're weaker, you're more likely to feel fatigued and lose your balance. Additionally, if you do fall, your weaker muscles will be less able to help you recover and protect yourself from injury. That's why it's important to include strength training in your exercise routine. Aim to do strength training exercises that target all the major muscle groups in your lower body, including your quads, hamstrings, calves, and glutes. So those are the 6 mistakes that can lead to falls while walking. But you may be wondering, what if I've already fallen? Is there anything I can do to get back up safely? The answer is yes. In fact, it's important to know how to get up after a fall, since many injuries happen during the fall or while trying to get up. That's why I've linked this video right here. Check it out to learn how to get up after a fall safely. If you enjoyed this video, please let us know by giving us a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an awesome video. Thanks for watching. Go out, have an awesome day, and we'll see you in the next video.